Yeah, I just put a shirt on over my shirt because I think it's weird if I wear the same outfit in back-to-back videos. I feel like that's weird. Father Mike doesn't have that issue because he just wears clerics all the time. Did Mary have emotions or no? Because anger is a feeling, but she never sinned. This is a great question, and it's true. Mary never sinned, right? This is what we call the Immaculate Conception, that Mary was conceived and born without original sin, so that she can be this perfect vessel for the Son of God. Are these emotions, are our human emotions, are they sins in themselves? No, they're not, because that's just simply how we interpret the world. That's simply our reactions to things. But our emotions can lead us to sin. Say something happens to me that catches me off guard. There's a surprise in a way. That surprise could lead me to overwhelming joy and happiness and glee, or that surprise could lead me to a lot of stress, a lot of anxiety, sadness, or even anger. Now, with all emotions, there is typically a duality among them. There is happiness, and then the opposite of happiness is sadness. There is peace, and then the opposite of peace is anxiety. Calmness and anxiety or stress. But with anger, it's kind of interesting, because when you're angry, the duality is almost in the emotion itself. And it really depends on what you do with this anger, right? It could be a anger where you want to correct what has been wronged. You want to right what has been wronged. Or this anger is coming about through avenues of sin. You're jealous of something, that somebody got this and you're jealous of it, so you're angry that you didn't get that. Or you seek revenge, and anger is leading you to that. And so we can sin through our emotions, but in the way that we use our emotions, not in themselves, but how we use them. Say, I'm sad. How do I use that sadness? Do I try to cope with this sadness in a healthy way or an unhealthy way? That's where sin can come in. And so when it comes to anger, was Mary ever angry? Probably. I mean, raising a child is frustrating, and that frustration could lead to anger. I'm sure Jesus, being 100% human and just a human baby, and with human nature, probably led Mary to some frustration, because babies are difficult to raise. They have a lot of emotions. And Jesus was probably angry himself. Actually, not probably, he was angry himself. There were a couple of times where he's cleansing the temple and flips over tables and drives out the money changers and yells at them saying, "You have turned my father's house into a den of thieves and robbers." That was what we call righteous anger. And there are times that he's been angry at the scribes and Pharisees and calls them, "You hypocrites." That's also a righteous anger. And so anger is a really interesting thing, because it can lead us to very good things. And so our emotions in themselves are not sins, but what we do with these emotions matter. What do you do when you are angry? What do you do when you're sad? And if we are able to control our emotions and always direct our emotions in the light of truth and beauty and goodness, then our emotions can very much lead us to happiness and everlasting life. So Mary did have emotions. Mary was probably angry quite a few times in her life. But does that mean that she sinned? Not so. What we do with our emotions matter. My name is John Boyle from MSB Catholic, and this has been How to Catholic. God bless.